Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I'm going to be doing an eyebrow tutorial. I have noticed that recently I've had 2 comments, just the 2. I'm not one of those YouTubers that is like, so many of you have asked for my skincare routine. Whenever like 3 people asked for it, but no, literally 2 of you. So 2 of you have asked for a updated eyebrow tutorial, so I thought, yeah, good idea actually, because I think it has been a couple of years since I've done one and I have changed up my technique a wee bit, so yeah. And I'm also going to make a drugstore because I don't actually use any products that are not drugstore. Yeah, okay. It's affordable anyway, let's just put it that way. If you have been following me for quite some time now, you would know that I do shave the tail of my eyebrows. I do have a reason for it and I'm not going to get into it because I feel like I'm so repetitive in some of my videos. But I have to say, recently the way I have been doing my eyebrows, I actually have been enjoying it. I don't even know if that's the right term. Like, oh yeah, I'm really enjoying my eyebrows at the minute. But I have had a lot of up and downs with my eyebrows. We've went through a lot, let's just say. If you go back to some of my first videos, my eyebrows, I'm really disgusted at the fact that nobody actually sat me down one day. I was like, right Emma, the eyebrows, you need to stop now before somebody gets hurt. It was a situation, to be honest, it was absolutely ridiculous. I might actually put up a wee picture about what my eyebrows used to look like, just for reference, you know, and for a laugh. If I see that picture in years to come on drama channels, I swear I'm gonna come for you. The eyebrow brush that I always use is the Kira Daily eyebrow brush. I have a discount code down below in the description box if you want to use it. It's non-affiliate, I don't get paid or anything, but this is the eyebrow brush I always use. I always tend to go for an eyebrow brush that has a spoolie at the end because it's just less brushes, it's less hassle than having to find 2 brushes, especially whenever you're traveling and everything, because first off, as you see me doing there, I always like to brush my eyebrow hair up the way. I just find it easier to just work with. I am a pomade kind of gal. We're all different, we all have different preferences, so I love a pomade. The one I'm going to be using today is the Makeup Revolution Brow Pomade, and this is in the shade Soft Brown. And then I also love the one from Colourpop in the shade Bangin' Brunette. The e.l.f. one is really good, but unfortunately this is too dark for me at the minute because I have went slightly lighter with my eyebrow colour. So is the LA Girl pomade, again brilliant, but this is in the shade Warm Brown. So the e.l.f. one and the LA Girl one are a wee bit too dark for me. The formula and these products are again really affordable and they are amazing. With the Revolution one and the Colourpop one, absolutely brilliant pomades. If I'm being honest, I don't really notice much difference in pomades. They just work as well as each other, so it doesn't really matter if you're using one from Anastasia or Colourpop, Revolution, e.l.f., LA Girl, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. As I was saying, I'm going to be using the Revolution Brow Pomade today in the shade Soft Brown. So I'm just going to use my spoolie just to brush everything up. As you can see, like I have quite a lot of eyebrow hair. It is definitely very thick. It is very long and coarse, so yeah, I just really like to give that a good brush through. So whenever I'm getting some product on my brush, I like to make my tip as fine as possible. As you can see, there's nearly like a visible line there. So that is where I'm going to draw my line. I will start about here and I will just draw a line to about here, just before I come to the end of my tail. And what I also don't like to do is I don't like to apply a lot of pressure. A pomade can be very pigmented. Now I'm going to start and create an arch. As you can see with my eyebrows, I actually shave them off to where my arch actually is. I basically like to draw myself my own arch. I can have the best eyebrow day, week, month, but see, as soon as I film it, forget about it. Forget about it, mate. Not happening. I'm so sorry if this is a wee bit close for comfort, but as you can see, I'll maybe take my hair down here. Oh Christ Lord. Oh, Jesus Christ. Do YouTube, they said. It'll be fun, they said. As you can see, I do have a lot of eyebrow hair here, so that is basically going to be my guide as to where I'm going to draw my line up top now. So just diagonally, I'll just draw the tiniest wee line, and I'll usually stop about there just before where I've drew on the arch. And what I'll do is I will just follow that. I'll just connect that just to the bottom line. Now is when I go in and actually start and colour my eyebrow in. This is the problem you run into whenever you don't actually have that much hair. And I don't actually have that much time or knowledge to actually fill in fake eyebrow hairs and the streaks and everything, so this just does it for me. And with the spoolie, I'll always just go and run it through it a wee bit, just kind of disperse the product a wee bit more. I know it doesn't really look it, but I did clean off the excess product off the brush, so I'll actually flip the brush over like this. Sorry about that, guys, there was a visitor in my house. The visitor being my dad. How rude. I don't disturb him whenever he's working. So I'm just going to, as I was saying there, I can't even remember where I was at, but I just flip the eyebrow brush round and I just use the tip, and I honestly just go in like wee feather-like strokes just to make the front of the brow a wee bit more fluffier. And then I change around to the spoolie end. And what I like to do is I actually like to just brush that eyebrow hair down, and that just lets me see the back of the eyebrow hair just to see if I've actually missed any wee spots. And I won't go really heavy, obviously, just quite lightly. And then just brush all that hair up. Okay guys, so before we go in and clean the eyebrow up and perfect the shape, I always like to go in and use an eyebrow gel. I have only recently been using an eyebrow gel the past, I want to say 1.5 to 2 years, whereas before then I never used an eyebrow gel. I never really understand the concept of an eyebrow gel because it was just like, why do you need to set them in place? Like, where are they running off to, you know? But eyebrow gel has honestly changed my life. I cannot do my eyebrows now without an eyebrow gel. Like, I personally think that my eyebrows do look perfectly fine without an eyebrow gel, but I want to talk to you guys about these 3 eyebrow gels. Again, these are all affordable as well. I absolutely love these 3. These are my 3 go-to ones. So the first one is Colourpop, and this is their Brow Boss Gel. Again, it is clear. That's one thing you will notice about my eyebrow gels. I always prefer to go for a clear eyebrow gel. So the Colourpop one actually has a bit of like a creamy consistency, but it does dry down clear. It has staying power. It is really nice. I love the formula of it. I love the wee tiny brush. It's just really nice and easy to work with. The next one is actually from Primark. As you can see, it is clear, but because I have used it quite a few times, it's obviously turned the formula of it just a wee bit dingy. I love this because it's from Primark, it's a pound, it's clear, it does have staying powder, and it does actually set and harden the eyebrows. Because my eyebrow hairs are quite long and they are quite coarse and thick, throughout the day they can drop down, especially in this area. So that's why I just love eyebrow gels that have a wee bit of staying powder in them. One I am absolutely loving more out of the 2 of them recently is this Rimmel Brow This Way Eyebrow Styling Gel. It was actually my boyfriend's mum that actually gave me this, and I have been loving it. Again, it's from Rimmel, not too sure if I said that or not. Again, it is clear, and this is running out quite badly actually. It's clear, it has staying power, and it really does set the hairs in place, and I love the brush. One thing about the Primark eyebrow gel, sorry, that I didn't mention is the brush is a wee bit too thick for my liking. It's far too big. Like, that's the size of the brush, whereas I just kind of find that like you can't really get quite precise with it. I'll show you the difference between this brush and the Colourpop brush. So as you can see, there is a bit of a difference. I just kind of find that this brush is just far too big, where you're just covered too much of an area, whereas with a wee small brush like this you can be more precise. It's just easier to work with. Okay, so this is what my eyebrow looks so far. I know it does look pretty big and everything, but this is just my personal preference of how I like to do my eyebrows. Everybody's different, and you kind of have to just respect everybody's ways of doing their eyebrows and their makeup. So now what I'm going to do is my favourite part of my brows, and that is the cleaning up stage. So I always like to use a concealer to do this. The cheaper the better, really, it doesn't really matter. So the one that I always tend to use the most is the Bourjois Healthy Mix Anti-Fatigue Concealer, and it is in the shade Light. Also brushes. This is the brush I always use to carve out my eyebrows. I have spoke about this brush many times before on my channel. It is the Makeup Addiction Concealer Brush. I like to just put a wee bit just on my lid. Then I just like to start at the front. So I'll just do the tiniest wee line. And I will just carve out underneath that brow. Then I like to take a buffing brush, which just looks like so, and then I'll just buff at that concealer. So what this will do is it'll just buff away the excess concealer, and it'll just blend the concealer out. Just make sure I get it right up there as well. So as you can see with the concealer, it just makes the eyebrow just look so much better, cleaner, sharper and more crisp, and it just really tidies up the eyebrow. It just makes it look so much better in my opinion. I nearly poked my nose there, but yeah, I love it. Okay guys, so this completes this eyebrow tutorial. I hope you still enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I do hope that you did pick up some wee tips or tricks. Even if you are a beginner, that's great, but this is just how I personally like to do my eyebrows. Not going to be for everybody, I do get that, but yeah, you just have to respect everybody's preferences and makeup. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in my next video.